Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. So today let's take a look at a few things. So I have like a preview of like all the current YieldMax products coming out, or I mean all the current YieldMax products, and then two YieldMax ETFs that are coming out. So there's a lot of ETFs, and is there a simple way to review them all? So first, let's take a look at something interesting. So I found something in the SEC dumpster. So for the ULTY, there's a new prospectus. You could probably take a look at this yourself, uh, even though it's not final, but it looks pretty like on the way there. So the expense ratio for the ULTY, I think normally it was going to be 124 basis points, but they're gonna, I guess, give us a free waiver for like maybe about a year to save us like 10 basis points. So like the current for the year, it's gonna be 114 basis points or 1.1 or 1.14%. And the portfolio managers looks like they shuffled around a little bit. So we now have Michael Venuto and this Christopher Mullen. So Michael Venuto, he's also on like the YMAX and the YMAG. So that's interesting to note. And then MSTY is finally coming out on February 22nd. So this Thursday. So monthly income from covered call strategy and MSTR. So this is good timing because before the Bitcoin halving in I guess like around April. So this is good for I think most of us. So I was thinking about like the weekly summary for now because I think maybe daily might be overkill, but let me guys know what you think, and then maybe I could alternate this with the Defiance ETFs as well. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up the Excel over here. Okay, so I enlarged this a little bit, so hopefully people can see this. So how do I explain this? So basically, I try to summarize all the current YieldMax ETFs by like the cash, the options, and the treasury holdings. And the dates might be a little confusing because I noticed that like for example, like the latest, I guess like the daily information, it has like the date of like February 20th, but it's actually like I guess like they meant to post date this for I guess on Tuesday. So this is really I guess you have to take this into account that this is really like the prior business days like information. So for like let's say for example like the AAYY, so this one was probably like the February 8th, and then the February 12th is really from like last Friday's information, so on and so forth. So I tried to summarize everything, and then like on the top, like this AAYY over here, this is just like the NAV price, and then based on like the public information, they have a like the cash and the options and the treasuries, and I thought this might be an easier way to kind of look at things. So I guess as you can expect, like the treasuries should be like the bulk of like the net asset value, and then anything like for the cash is just for in case people want to redeem. So let's say for example on the 14th. So this is probably like the prior business days, like on the 13th, people wanted out. So that's why like the cash went down by 47 cents per share. Conversely, like if you look at the options, like generally speaking, I would say it's always better to have like the options start off as like a larger negative number, and then like over the course of like the week, you want to see a decrease. So by the time on like Friday's close, like you see this from it went from 108 to 20 cents. So that's actually a good thing. And then like this is like the like this new 1.03. Like this to me means like that this is like the new like week's like options. So I want to see like this $1.03 decrease over time. So this is the way to kind of look at things. So let's move on to AMDY to see how they did. So on the surface, it looks like they did well. Like they like just from like the NAV perspective, it went up. But I want to see like the people pull out, and actually people are actually putting some more money in. And then I guess like some people took profits, so that's why you see like this big drop from 3.77 to 11 cents, and then so on and so forth. So the options, like over time, like I want to see 1.22, so it went down to 49 cents. That's good. And then this is like the 85 cents is probably a reload, so that's also good. And then like I guess in general, it's good to see like the treasury increase over time steadily. So it looks like AMD is doing a good job here. So let's take a look at AMZY. So let's take a look. See, so from 17 cents to 50 cents. So all right. So I guess like they could probably do better there. 1.38 cents to ooh, not good. Well, I mean, maybe this is good. 1.38 to 1.35, and then they start off as like the $1.24 for the new week. So they all right. So they at one point looked like they actually looks made like a little bit of money. It seems like, and then 1.35. So that's kind of weird. But anyway, I guess like this is where like a summary is not like the best option. Like I would kind of like dig into like the options a little bit to see exactly what happened. Because like normally you would expect to see like a credit like for the options since they're selling options, and then you want you want to see it gradually move down to zero. But the fact that it's positive means like they probably maybe lost some money on the short options and made money on the long option. So in a sense, like if you see it turn positive, you want it to kind of like go up, and then like it stayed. So this is kind of interesting to see. So let's move on to APLY. So let's see what do we have here. So from 40 cents down to all right. So they maintained the cash balance is pretty. It's actually kind of flat. So that's I guess good in a way. Like you want stability. So start off at 9 cents or like around 11 cents. So it looks like they kind of maybe lost a little bit of money here. And then okay, so for the new week is 79 cents. And the treasuries, I guess like the treasury is the only thing that kind of went up a little bit. So Aptly isn't the most exciting thing, but I guess as long as you're not losing money, I guess that's good. So CONY. So let's see what we have here. 34 cents. Wow, they went all the way to 3.61. But this could be bad in that it might be people crowding in, and then it's kind of all over the place. You see like people, I guess like they took money out, so I guess like they took profits, and then a whole bunch of people kind of piled in for the cash position. So the options over here, 28 cents. So it started as a positive, and then wow, this is all over the place. So I guess this is let's see. Wow, this it went from positive, then to negative, then to positive, and then to negative again. So that means that there was probably some rolling going on here. So let's see, 194 to 287. So okay, so that's a net positive increase. So that's I guess good. So they made money on the long options. And let's see. So now they're starting the week at like 92 cents, and then let's hope they can either go down to zero or, in fact, like they might actually flip like some of the long options into profits. So that could be good as well. So 1961 to 2118. Okay, so they're making money in their treasuries as well. So that's good. So CONY is doing well again. Disney. Let's see. 30. Wow, that's pretty high cash position. Okay, so it looks like they're doing well in terms of keeping like I guess like the current cash position is going up. So last week, let's see, a positive 33 cents, and then let's see. Okay, this is all also they looks like they either rolled or like they let like the long option like just increase steadily. Okay, so that's good news. It's 44 cents, and then that's bizarre. Like they started off at a 31 cents, at a positive 31 cents. So that's interesting. It, this is like where like I would start like doing some analysis just to see what happened over here. But anyway, this is just a summary. So let's see. So for people that don't care about all the intricacies, so let's see. Treasuries went from 18.78 down to 18.15. So lost a little on the treasuries, which is a little weird. And then let's see for the meta, the Phoebe. So let's see, they went from 2241 to 2270 for like the overall net increase. So let's see the cash position. Also, wow. it was went all the way up to the 282, and it does. I guess people took profits, and then okay, so it's still maintained 1.69 over here. All right. So the options over here, so negative 41 cents. Huh. Well, I guess like they took some heat all the way down to 90 cents, and then by the time like the options expired, so that's good. So they made money on the options, and now they're reloading at 38 cents for the new week. So for the treasuries, all right, so they maintain. All right, so they went down a little bit, 22.25 to 21.41. All right. So let's see what we have for GOOY over here. So I want to see, okay, so they actually increased the cash position as well. So that I guess new money is coming in overall, and or like they made money on the options. So they went from 70 cents to, okay, they actually lost a little bit of money on the options, but I guess they got it back from more people coming in. And now they're reloading at 110 for the new week. And the treasuries, okay, so they went down a little bit. So I guess I had to dip into the treasuries too to kind of, huh, that's interesting. All right, so let's see the JP Morgan one. So like the cash position went from 56 to 165 overall. Oh wow, they actually maintained like the cash fairly well. And then I guess like there's new money coming in for the JPMO. Because I'm wondering if like part of this is due to like the Y max, like since like they're allocating funds like I guess over time, and then they're able to get some into here, and then the options. Okay, so they actually start off as a positive position, which is interesting. So they probably made some money on the long options, and okay, so made some money on the long options. So there's probably some capital gains. So let's see if that makes sense. So 95 minus 929. Huh, interesting. So then they start off at like 13 cents for like the new week, and then the treasuries over here went from okay, they actually maintained like the treasuries fairly well. So it's interesting to see how like each one has like a different, slightly different like characteristic. So let's see the cash position. Well, that's bad. So people probably cashed out, and then like over time they probably moved back in. Yeah, so like between like the 15 to 16, like people cashed out, and then they're cashing out again, and then now there's 60 cents in the cash, and then the options went from 2.22. Oh, that's not good. That actually lost a little bit of money on the overall option positions, but now they're reloaded at 3.48. So maybe hopefully better luck on this week. And let's see the treasury positions. All right, so they maintain at least like $21 worth at least. Interesting. All right, let's take a look at MSFO. Okay, so let's see the cash went from 61. Wow, they did a pretty good job. They're getting some, I guess, like some new net inflow. It might be from YMAG. That might be helping. And then all right, so they went down all the way to 1.51. So it's interesting to see like the how it moved over the course of the week. And then like the options start off at like positive 92 cents, and then let's see over time. Right, so it looks like they lost a little bit of money, but then like the reload for 85 cents for like the new week. And then the treasuries, right? So they also did a good job in maintaining the treasuries. So let's see NFLY. Okay, so the cash went from okay, so it looks like people are cashing out, and then I guess like some people started moving back in. So it's interesting to see like the rotation here. So like this, let's see the options. All right, so okay, they managed to score like a small positive win, and then for like the new week, that's also kind of weird. Like they have a slightly positive position. So hopefully that goes up over the course of the week. And then the treasuries, okay, so they actually start off at 16.28, and then and then for the new week they started off at 17.68. So it's kind of interesting to see how like the money moves around within the fund. And then NVIDIA. So the coming weeks will be a pretty exciting week, hopefully in a good way. So the cash, yeah, there's definitely a lot of people moving into the cash, and then people looks like they moved out and now they're moving back in again to start for the new week, and then the options 1.35. So that's kind of weird. All right, so they start off as a positive. It's probably from the long position, and then there's probably tried to roll and ended up at like 0.62. So I actually lost a little bit of money on the options. And then they're starting off the new week at like 0.21. So it's really interesting. So the treasuries is the only thing that kind of like consistently went up to like 24.43. All right. And then OARK, let's see. So it went from like 6 cents. Oh wow. So people cashed out. And then now it's, I guess like people moved some money back in again, put to 0.28. And then the options went from positive 0.77. Okay, so they lost a little bit of money. It's not too bad. And now they're starting off the week at a positive 0.32. All right, so let's see, the treasuries went from 12.26, went all the way up to 12.73. Let's move on to PP. That's the way they did there. So like cash went from 53 cents. Oh wow, they're actually attracting money, and then I guess some people cashed out, and then they moved back in again. And then the options went for 2.71. All right, so they made some good money on the options, almost a full buck. And then now starting off the week at a 1.93 again. And then treasuries, cause so it looks like they took a small dip, and then they started increasing again, and then they took a dip again for like the new week. So let's look at the square one. So one from, oh wow, that's bad. I guess like people were cashing out consistently for the week, and then they look like it tried to recover a little bit, and then they lost some, and now they're back at like 0.80 cents per share. And then the options, so let's see, it went from positive 0.47. So they ended the week at a small win on the options, so that's good. And then now there's a new set of credits for the new week at 90 cents. All right. So the treasuries went from 22 to 22.02. Yeah, I mean, okay, so they've lost a little bit of money on the options. Well, not lost, but I guess like they had to cash out a little bit on some. All right. So TSLY, uh, let's see. So they went from 22 cents to 73 cents, and now they're back down to like 3 cents per share. So it looks like some people are cashing out. And then there's let's see how the options did. Okay, so they made a little bit of money on the options for the week, and then they're reloading for 66 cents for the new week. And then the treasuries, all right, so all right, they kind of went down a little bit too, but because of people are cashing out, so I guess they had to do it. All right, so let's take a look at SHOMO to round things up. So the cash went from 29 cents all the way up to $1.05, and then the options, let's see, so for 55 cents to start the week positive. Okay, so they lost a little bit of money, so they lost like a nickel, and then they're starting off the week at like a positive 45 cents. And then let's see what the treasuries did. Okay, so the treasuries went down a little bit too, so looks like people are cashing out slightly. So it's kind of interesting to see how like the trend for like some of these different ETFs. So hopefully that wasn't too bad. So let's go back to the PowerPoint to end things off. So hopefully in like the future versions of this, like I can kind of speed things up. Uh, let's see on the pros. So I think this could be like an interesting way, or maybe like you just don't need all that commentary. So maybe I can just like kind of show you one by one, just see if there's anything interesting. So just in case like this video idea fails too, just have like other income-based investments, like treasuries, dividend aristocrats, etc. In case like you know something happens to the channel. So some of these might not have like good capital appreciation, and then the yields won't be consistent from week to week. Um, but I'm hoping like maybe this type of like summary video might help you guys like kind of see like the trends of like how the between like the different like the cash, the options, and the treasuries to see how well like the particular ETF is doing. So if you like this type of content, please consider giving this a like. I appreciate all subscribers, old and new. So as you can see, like I'm having trouble with like the algorithm. I don't seem to be growing anymore. So anything to help out, would greatly appreciate it. I hope people make some good money out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.